The Greater Interstellar Humanity, second part. Hello again. Thank you for being here with me once more. I hope you are very well today. I am Marie. This information can be seen as science fiction, or as the viewer sees best, and I post it for entertainment purposes only. Still, I take my information very seriously, and for whoever has eyes to see. This is the second part of this subject. I suggest you watch the first part before this one, although this one can also be understood as a single video. As you all know, mind and reality perception is heavily controlled on Earth, where people, where souls, are isolated from the greater galactic community on that planet, where what the controllers say and dictate to them is not only the law, it is reality itself. Everything there that really matters is false, and what apparently doesn't matter, such as entertainment, is also used to push and program more of that false reality onto the people, because no piece of information, no cartoon, and no show, however innocent it may look, is without a purpose, as they are all carefully and skillfully placed there as another piece of mind-controlling information that adds up in the minds of the population. So they conclude what is reality, what is possible and what is not, on an unconscious and conscious level, and exactly as the controllers of Earth want people to think. This has been going on for thousands of years, although as such and as we know it now, it is around 200 years old, somewhere in the vicinity of the first half of the 19th century, mid-1800, when the last social reset is calculated to have taken place. I can go on this subject, but I would digress. I know all this is a big statement, but I stand by my words. All that I just said above directly impacts the idea the general population of Earth has about life in space, elsewhere in the galaxy and beyond, as well as the origin of humanity, what is real and possible, and not. As the general population doesn't have access to any information outside what the controllers want to give them, they cannot have the mental frame, the necessary context to even start to comprehend other realities, other ideas, and other alternative explanations for all existential questions, including the true origin of humanity. Even worse, they prefer to have things digested for them. They like to be given the information so they do not have to think about it, and they feel comfortable in their illusion of knowing reality, and everything else, simply because they are following what is socially acceptable, what was imposed onto them by the controllers of the matrix on Earth. As they simply repeat what was taught to them in school and the media, they adopt that reality as their base for their life, from where they can start to work on what they really want, and what really concerns them, and that is, survival on the rat race, for money, status, and power in that Earth matrix. Anyone, any star seed and conspiracy theorist, who comes along with an alternative idea is systematically attacked and discredited because of the simplest of reasons. It bothers those matrixed people, for the reason that it kicks them out of their comfort zone. They simply do not have the time, the motivation, or the mental energy to think about anything other than what they already believe is reality, and they also take alternative ideas as a threat to their integrity and self-esteem. This means that even the simplest of ideas, and the simplest facts that are easy to understand from a more expanded point of view, become impossible to be accepted by that group of people. That expanded point of view is one which has access to other types of information, and the evidence that backs it all up. And the fact that I am referring to this time is that there is more humanity in space, there is far more outside Earth. I mean, is this so difficult to understand? I ask. The statement that humanity, as such, only exists on Earth, is as absurd to me and to all other interstellar human cultures, as any matrixed person on Earth claiming that humanity only exists on one little island, and not on the entire planet Earth. For me and for interstellar humans, also called Lyrians, this idea of humanity only existing on Earth, and that they were created there by divine intervention, genetic engineering by Sumerian gods or by whoever, or by Darwinist evolution, is simply ludicrous, because we merely look around and we see so many of us up here. Expanding my example above, the greater cosmos becomes the entire playing ground for humanity, where it develops and lives, and where planet Earth is only seen as one little island among so many, all boiling with human Lyrian activity. And interstellar humans only see the obvious, that all those ideas pushed on Earth about the creation of humankind, be it by a divine act, genetic engineering, or by Darwinist evolution, are nothing more than mind control and brainwashing of the masters of Earth, for simple and obvious population control. In the end, it is for the simple maintenance of the illusion of the matrix on Earth. Going into this a lot deeper, the reason we are all humans, the reason why we all belong to the Lyrian genetic family, is because of our kinship, because we all hold similar perceptions of reality through our 5 or 6 senses, because of prenatal agreements in the higher astral planes, and because our souls hold a similar vibration, and are an affinity to these human Lyrian bodies. We all chose to be human Lyrians before we incarnated, and this holds a deep meaning. As there is a collective unconscious on Earth, as well as on any other planet, or even smaller ones among communities of people, isolated or not from the general population, and simply because they are like-minded friends, there is a greater human Lyrian collective unconscious, one that belongs to the entire species, regardless of where they may be, and regardless of distance. It is from the side of the spirits, the ether, the astral, or however you want to call it, from where telepathy takes place, and from where we are all connected. We all share our thoughts and emotions in a telepathic soup, whether we like it or not, and even if we deny it, as on Earth they are always so keen at denying things of the spirit. We are not a body, we are souls, and souls are connected through their thoughts that are vibrations, and those vibrations create frequencies, and they interconnect with one another like radio stations, where information, including emotions and their wisdom, are shared and distributed among all the vibrationally compatible individual souls. Furthermore, souls incarnate in one place for one or a few lifetimes, and then wander off to other places and other planets for more nurturing experiences, and those experiences become memories, which shape and form the personality, each individual soul. People don't have to consciously remember their past lives, for those to define who they are today and what they do, as the veil of forgetfulness is only skin deep, and is another illusion, that is as simple and as fragile as not remembering a dream, or not remembering your awake life while you are asleep and dreaming. This means that all interstellar human Lyrian cultures, regardless of where they are, and how far they may be from one another, share the same ideas, and the same frame that defines what it means to be human. From the side of the spirits, from the astral, from the ethers, distance and time hold no meaning, therefore the collective unconscious of all the greater humanity is linking us all, always. We are one people, and we roam the cosmos. Earth is only one little island in a vast sea of the waters above, of the greater outer space. A chair is a chair for all of us, and there is only so much design that can go into a chair, as we all have similar asses to put on it. We think alike because we are alike, and we share our ideas, emotions and thoughts telepathically through the greater collective unconscious. We export ideas, technology, art, and everything that makes us human, to every place, and to every planet we incarnate on, or visit in a starship, and we have been busy at it since the beginning of time itself. Using this only as an expression, as for interstellar cultures, time has no beginning and no end. Doors are doors, and they have handles that are according to human hands, and so is everything else. There are important cultural differences, some more than others, as you can see on Earth itself studying different tribes and groups of people, but the very essence that defines us as humans will always remain there. Some interstellar cultures will be more similar to the ones on Earth than others, and this is simply because of the affinity and closeness they have with humans on Earth. The interstellar cultures who have visited Earth the most, both as step-downs from a starship, or incarnating there as starseeds, will obviously share the most things. This is the case of the Centauri, also called Alfratans, who are the closest to Earth humans in history and culture, as they are nearly exact replicas of humans, good things and bad ones as well, but with interstellar capacity. But they are far from being the only ones with strong kinship and connection to humanity. Also historically, as they have intervened in Earth's history countless times before. Such is the case of the Engan, or of the Tagetans, who have mingled with humanity for thousands of years, these two among countless other civilizations of space humans. I have noticed how countless star seeds disregard, and even despise their human identity and reality in favor of missing the so-called stellar one. I see this as part of the matrix programming to despise who you are today, as they feed unhealthy thought patterns onto the population, so they lose their identity, self-esteem and pride, also for population control purposes. Remember that they want the human population as weak and as confused as possible. I get it, it's hard to live on Earth, the hardest known place to incarnate in, and by design, as you all know, but that does not mean life is not hard elsewhere in the cosmos as space humans. It can be as hard as on Earth, in the same way, and different ones as well. But rest assured that you will go back to where you vibrationally belong, to your favorite places and planets where you had your happiest incarnations. One way or another, you will be back to the place where you vibrationally correspond. It is a certainty, as no soul can ever get lost, because they simply go wherever they correspond as a vibrational match, and thoughts are vibrations, so watch your thoughts. You find yourself on Earth by choice, and you are there against your vibration, because you have entered forcefully using technology or your pure intention. That is why it is so hard to be and live there, because it takes great effort to be in a place where you do not correspond, because your vibration is very different. A star seed forcefully on Earth is just like holding a cork underwater. It is under the surface only because a strong hand is holding it there. When the hand is gone, it will jump up again, and when your human avatar stops working, you will rise to the surface, to the places and planets where you truly belong. All this is why my group behaves like humans, because we are humans, we are space humans, but we are people like you. Why is it so hard to understand that there are more like you, dwelling, living and thriving among the stars? This subject will continue as there is a lot more to say. This will be all for today. As always, thank you for watching my video, and for liking, sharing and subscribing for more. And I hope to see you here next time. With much love, your non-human friend, that is as human as you are. Marie Soirou.